Welcome back to the NDS. This is the beginning of Season 8, and here's the lineup for Talladega. Front to back, and everybody's going to have a shot here at the greatest and longest race of the season. "42 drivers, all with one shot at glory." The pace car goes in. And get on your feet and get ready to cheer. Season 8 is here. Tiger Man leads them all down to the green flag to kick off the Talladega 500. Good launch for the 38. See a little bit of 3 wide, but not too much of it yet. That's going to change here soon enough as look around and everybody's just finding their lane, getting up to speed, seeing what they've got, and making the moves. Going in turn 3. 16's got it good. Down across into 4. Tiger Man up high. And the first lap led of the season is going to go to the 38. It won't keep it for long, as the inside has plenty of reinforcements for the fight. Looking out for some of the lower tier drivers with good starting spots. They're working their way up. The 84, 51, 35, all of them on the way. There's Toad Warrior kind of sitting on the high side, just trying his best. He qualified back here and just going to have to work with it. In the early stages, they're trying to get packed up. And once they do, that's when it really picks up. When you've got 3 wide everywhere. That's Brogan 99 making a great run to the lead. Brogan has got a fast car today. We'll see what he can do with that. One of those interesting camera angles is this down the back shot of the lanes going into 3. Sense peeking, but stays low. Doesn't want to upset that too much. And right here, back in the mid-pack, is where all the danger takes place. Mako 67. Not exactly in the best position. Seeing Port go to the middle, further ahead. Going on back here. Team Duke and Coco Latte, they're hanging back a bit. Looking for good runs to get back into this main pack. Yeah, the back of this pack, not sure how far back you need to be safe. Give me a good camera and give me the 5 of Wyatt Junkman on the up and up with Ben McDonald. Hamill behind the 97. And right now, it is still very early in the proceedings right now. Just trying to figure out, the drivers trying to figure out who they can trust so far. Down the back, you see them moving around, trying to find their lanes. Looks like Hyperdrive tried to get low, but maybe didn't want to cut off the 67 that early. Mako Kit going in there. Oh, we got a spin in the back. Oh, it's Toad Warrior, Team Duke, and Cody Goforth. Caution out. Brogan 99 leads him back. First yellow for a small incident in the back. What even tried to happen here? This like started all the way in turn 3. It looks like Goforth was running middle and wanted to go underneath Toad, but Chad Chadberger was there, and the 45 of Chad just gets into the couple of those drivers and sends them around. Here's a slow motion angle from the perspective of 21 that Chad Chadberger just didn't back out of that one. Toad gets a ride in the wall. Cody Goforth is in it, and that will be Team Duke. All of these drivers, not their best time. All right. Caution number 1. And everybody coming in. Look at this. Brogan 99, Ben McDonald, the whole 9 yards. Just a quick splash and go. You're going to need all the help you can get. Tiger Man's got the first stall. Has historically not been one of the best places to pit on this track. Oh, he's taking tires. Brogan coming out. Oh, a little bit of a hold up there. Mako. Yeah, Mako and Toad disagreed on that one. Born Ready and John X. Sully. Another disagreement. Oh, this started way back with Born. Born Ready had hell on pit road. He tries coming in as Butter Pants is going out. Oh, Born Ready gets creamed there, and he's trying to get back. Terry Bollea is an innocent bystander. John X. Sully and Born is backing up to his pit stall. The 84 and the 1 both disagree on kind of the optics here. And the 50 of the Puff also in his box. Talladega not known for being one of the more difficult pit roads, but Wyatt Junkman spins after the 50 of the Puff gets into him there. So plenty of pit road drama. All right. So 40 cars in the lead lap back to Born Ready. The Puff is currently running 1 lap down after his run-in on the pit stop. And the only driver out of the race right now is the 91 of Toad Warrior. Team Duke and Goforth are back out there. Brogan leads Ben McDonald right now. This is the restart to complete lap 9. Just a small incident for the first caution. We got single file field, and we got plenty of good cars ready to go back green, as you do. Top 10 back to Seto on that restart. And you see back there the 50 of the Puff he didn't get there to the restart in time, and now he's going to be behind all this. Yeah, the contact off Wyatt Junkman didn't really affect him that much. You're kind of going to lose track of how many drivers had pit road problems, considering how many of them did. But 77 not wasting a step, although one driver who looks like he is kind of not getting back up to speed as much as he is RBV. I think that may be due to the damage off the 56 of Butter Pants. So the driver's getting held up by this 56 is not exactly the best of the worlds right now. He gets up high and now he's out of the way. But right now, Ben McDonald leads him around and they're relatively kind of getting it out here. Just getting nice and organized. Not really too much pandemonium to be had. Zentz almost went 4 wide, killed the whole field, but thought better of it. And you see a lot of like single file, like we're going to catch back up later type deal. That's what's going on right now. And you see just how fast drivers like RS the Anime Guy, Canadian Lux, and 12 Krugermeyer are all going. So if you're down and out, then believe me, you are not down and out. Even drivers like RBV back to Exo Tiger, I'm willing to admit, like, a generous estimate would probably be everybody back to 8-0, but that's probably wishful thinking. But back up front, they see the classic 3 wide shenanigans that got the field in trouble in the first place. Then again, it was just the back of the field and a little bit of rascals back there. Looking at the tail of the pack, I do think it could be everybody back to 8-0. That is not an unrealistic take for those trying to get back in this main pack. But then again, maybe you don't want to be in the main pack. Maybe you want to be back there and avoid a potential bigger wreck that takes place. But track position is a tough game to make up as we got a driver coming off pit road. What the heck? That's the 56 of Butter Pants. He came down pit road. He's a lap down, and he's going to lose that spot to the Puff as well. Well, no love lost right now is the main pack going 193. Let's take a look at Born Ready. He's got the 43 draft in there with him. If Born Ready might lose the group he's trying to draft up to, but it's not that over yet. You got Mako Kit and Portbot. They're going fast. The 16, a good pusher to the 6-7. Dude. And even then, these guys back to Hyperdrive, they're basically in the main pack already. Mako goes high back there, but Port probably has enough of the draft that he can make it there on his own. He's got a little bit of help behind him. Born Ready goes back to push that group of 3 behind him. And here we are. The packs are racing. Now right here, there's just so much 3 wide that you want to be very careful tiptoeing around this thing. You do not want to let it all go down. And speaking of going down, I think Port might be the last driver to get back in this main pack. We're a little bit too optimistic for everybody back to Born Ready. Let's take a look out back here. This angle right here kind of show it. And actually, I think Born Ready's getting abandoned by everyone else too. Not exactly the sweet life, but who knows? Maybe the strategy for avoiding an accident can come in handy. Canadian Lux is out front, been out front. The 62 Tub Schittler, he made the race. He's in the middle here. Yeah, they've lost Born Ready in the 1. Maybe his damage on pit road might have been too much. Oh, Ben McDonald goes around. Ben spins. No caution, not going to call it yet. That breaks up the drivers behind him, especially the Puff. All right. Let him race, I guess. Take a look at the 97 getting back up to speed. Team Duke will probably pass him. That is definitely a moment to remember right there. The 97 was the only car to go around. A lot of others may have scrubbed off some speed, but there's still about 31 drivers in the main pack. It is far from over. Well, unless you're the 97, of course. But those drivers in that second group, they checked up to avoid the 97. That might be the end of their time in the main pack unless they could catch a yellow. So definitely the high-flying points drivers from Season 7 not having the best time. But the 33 and 66 still persist. That Ben is not out on track anymore. He is on pit road. He got a little bit of damage repairs. And he's going to try and get back out there. That could be dangerous for the lead pack. Hyperdrive has been very solid so far. Still near the front, not at the front, but just making it where he needs to be, just getting the job done. All the way up the front as the 5 working his way up. And right now, I mean, still got 31 cars. Ben McDonald's getting up to speed back there as much as he can. That break point for hit and lap traffic. We'll see what happens when Ben does get up to speed. He's running about 173, 174. So it won't be much longer before they do hit Ben. That Ben gets to get revenge on the field that kind of fucked over his race. 39, 38 cars in the lead lap. Back to Team Duke. There's Hamill in the 8. Working his way up. And he is going to take a good draft working with the 12. Krugermeyer, Eric Monaco in the 3. Now, if he can just get a big push, he'll take the lead all for himself. But the 12 run a little bit higher. Ben McDonald still a ways away. There you can see the rear chase out back here. Looking at everything he's got to hold behind him. The thing is that single file lane with Eric Monaco is great, but it's only as good as his loyalty. And if he doesn't have that, then what do you have? Right here of a 24 getting put to a 3 wide top. That is a little bit of a interesting move to be made. That Butterpants and Butterpants and Ben McDonald found each other. That is for position, by the way. If they can catch up to each other. That Ringo is 66. He's got plenty of speed. He's working great so far. Just pushing the 71 along. That's who you're going to have to work with here. Coming right up on the lap down duo. It's got a little bit of speed to work with, but if they go side by side, that's going to be dangerous for the pack. Angel Mafia doesn't take it. Both groups of cars get woed up having to work with what they've got, and the 71 going high. That's going to create a kind of a funnel down low. Hamill's trying to charge the middle right now. Seeing how well this is going to try and work. Just needs to get to where the 71 is. Oh, but if 71 wants to make the pass high, where's Hamill going to go? That's the problem. Hamill's still working the traffic, try to get it all the way up high. Ben McDonald's not really giving him anything to work with here. And there he goes. Hamill, Wyatt Junkman both get down there. Meanwhile, the front consists of Nick Breeding being pushed by Terry Bollea. That I think after these pit stops, it look like they're trying to one-stop it right now. But I think the driver that got the worst is 71. Angel Mafia definitely did not want to get stuck this bad, and that's what's going to be right now. Yeah, I can't really work with the 56 down low. He's trying to get draft off the drivers in front of him, but you're probably going to lose about Misty Viper, KSS, that one Racer, and Angel Mafia from the main pack. So back up front, Team Duke. They found the 21 of Team Duke. That's why Nick Breeding's gotten off with the lead. After they pass Duke, it's going to be a 3-car group with J Money, Born Ready, and Cody Goforth. So there's time to get it back together again after they get past the 21. Exo Tiger pushing where he is. The single file line is working solidly right now. I think Ringo is the one who's getting punished for it right now. And Team Duke swerving all the way down the track. No etiquette for the 21. He thinks he still might have some speed, but they want to get him out of the way as quickly as possible. A little bit of slowdown in the first group. Not sure what that's all about. Let's take a look at the back of this all the way over here. Like guys like Port and John X. Sully. They're back here. They just want to get the 21 out of the way so they can start getting into the front here. That everybody did come back. The 40, the 71, the 4, and the 10. They're all here. And they got Team Duke on the high side. So now we got plenty of lanes working here. Oh, but 12. Krugermeyer coming down pit road. Just one car so far. And now they're kind of back. Exo Tiger leads the event right now. Brogan on the low side trying to take it down low. Look at what is going on back here. Tubbs, Schindler, Eric, Monaco. Nobody wants to work with Team Duke. And he's got no help out there. He could definitely try to get a little bit of extra help from the draft, but he can't lead a line. And now they got to push Tubbs, Schindler out there. Team Duke and Seto kind of a bit of disagreement there. The 38 still back there. And he cuts down in front of Chad Chadberger. That might be more damaging to these two back here. But you know what else could be damaging is any possible big one that happens if they keep racing like this. "12" of Krugemeyer is back out on track somewhere. Yeah, the 12 is currently running through 3 and 4 now, about a lap down. And that off-sequence pit stop could be a mistake, especially with no one to help you. You're expected to go long. Now you got Team Duke losing the draft with Chad Chadberger and Tiger Man back there. With what I'm seeing, that could not be the worst thing that happens to those drivers. Look at what we got going on up here. Plenty of wheeling and dealing and drivers running their lanes. How many lanes is too many lanes? That's the question. What we got is about 28 of our finest out here right now. Now you see those two kind of helping Team Duke, but everyone else, they're where they are. No saving them. Well, I'm impressed about the group that Born Ready is a part of. They're only about half a lap back. And if they can stay on the lead lap, catch a caution, that could be kind of the step up they need, especially considering that they're on the opposite side of the track at the main pack, and whatever big one that could have happened in the future would have been subsided by the time they get there. That one racer leads this thing this time by... Now they're leaving the 21 behind. Tiger Man, Chad Chadberger getting to work on drafting with each other. It's clear track. Clear as day. The 66 pushing low. He's got a strong race car today. Looking out back. Seeing some 3 wide action out here. Hyperdrive in the middle. They're going to keep it going right now. It is so a little spooky here, especially if this goes green to green flag pit stops, then there probably won't be another caution. But anything can still happen. Seeing 3 wide top out of RS, the anime guy. Portbot going middle of that. And right here we see a little bit of 3 wide. You see that nobody wants to pick up the 11 as he's going back. Right when you get into... I can't tell you. Can't tell you when it's going to happen. They're just the anticipation with how 3 wide constantly breaks out and what all it takes. Getting a little bit of side-by-side. Calming down now. I want to see 5 seconds back, or about 4 seconds back to the last car in this pack. See if Tiger Man is making up with just a tandem type deal. If the 38 can catch back up. I doubt it, but man, would it be cool. Fred Jones on the low side. He's still here, still standing. And I don't think they're making it work. Yeah, that's about a half-second loss. Same with the other group. That's about 26 seconds back. And you also have another one's about 16 seconds back. So you have a few different like stragglers with their own ailments that aren't like super slow, but they're doing fine enough. Now this time the middle lane is given to the 78 of Mizzou. Yeah, when they run side by side like that, it's hard to get into the middle unless you can like scare the guy into getting a little higher. Then you can run a third lane. It's kind of hard to keep 3 lanes consistently due to the speed differential between top and bottom. Like, look at who's getting smoked down there and when they come up on the bottom lane. That's tough sledding right there. They're fighting lanes. Every last one going. RBV trying to go for the lead here. Wyatt Junkman now top of 3. The possibilities are endless so far. Not sure when they're going to catch the next lapper. The backstretch camera is usually a good tell. You can see nobody back there. So everybody's kind of found a home. Some better than others. You see 3 wide become intense. They're still like this, and we are almost at the halfway point of this race. Like, this is going to go on for a while longer. Because normally when you talk about plate races and their length, like if this were a normal race, we'd be winding down to the last few laps as we'd be talking about who would be there at the end at the checkered flag, but fuck, I don't know, man. Got all this, and all this is still going to happen again. More of all this. Eric Monaco having a solid run in the 3 today. It all comes back to Brogan 99, though. He has been probably one of the ones to look out for. They're dumping him up there on purpose. If Jake wants to take the lead of this race, let him have it. And right now, I think these drivers, they caught up these other drivers. That might have slowed them down a little bit. So we'll have like 5 lappers on the next lap car thing. They're about a backstretch away. And you can kind of see the times on the leaderboard. 30 seconds where those drivers are. That's going to be a tough sell to keep them on the lead lap if these guys catch them. If they can make it to about lap 45, I think they can go all the way. I think Krugemeyer was really the fool this entire time. They're all kind of sporadically here. All these drivers, some of them are trying to stay on the lead lap. Others are not. Meanwhile, big lead pack. They're not going too much faster than the drivers are trying to catch. Not dangerously slow, but they're like kind of slower, so there'll have to be something to keep into account. As Jake is going to round us out, and he'll be the leader halfway. We are 50% done this race. Good God. And we still have a whole host of cars. This is the new era of not being a fucking idiot at this track. And they're going side by side. I think they might be trying to make it to the green flag pit stop, which is something new we've seen that we haven't seen yet with a pack this big. So, oh, we see some movement here. Lap 41. And, oh, Port pitting from a higher lane. I've never before seen tech at this track. And, yeah, that's going to be something. See Mako exiting the pits. That's Team Duke exiting the pits. So I think now if you're near the front, you have a chance. And no one better positioned near the front than Hamill. Although I'm going to be honest, looking at the window, you're going to have to run this thing about 38, 39 laps. That is right on the line. This could be a fuel mileage race of all things at the 500. Derek Hamill leading them around. I think he wants to get a few more laps saved before he comes in. And he's staying out a little bit extra. That's Mizzou and John Sully. Brogan 99. Not wasting any time at all. And the pitting does kind of mess up your green flag speed. We saw Wyatt Junkman and RS the Anime Guy both lose a little bit of speed. We see another group back there. If they can draft with each other and have a good stop, who knows what will happen. Back to Terry Balea. So far, Angel Madfia getting the push out the front. There's Port exiting his pit stop right now. Now, the problem is that if they pass him high, they're going to have to cut down in front of him and come across the pit. I think that's what they're going to do. Port's going to go high. Brogan goes low. Extra pit stop happening here. We got an organized line down pit road here. Tiger Man stays out on his own. That's going to hurt him in the long run. But the three that are going to be the long runners right now, that is going to be Angel Madfia, Derek Hamill, and Karane Inda. Hyperdrive 282 technically in fourth. He's got Terry Balea a little bit further behind, but these are the drivers that are stretching the fuel and trying to make it happen. I think Hamill and the gang have saved enough fuel. This could be your battle for the win right here. The 71, they're all coming in. Hamill gets to pit road first. Hyperdrive 282 is in. Terry Balea is in. Tiger Man makes it down pit road. And now we're looking at Misty Viper, who is currently, looks like he is being scored as the potential leader here. That's Ben McDonald, Butterpants. At this point, this is going to be the late stage Talladega racing. And look at this right over here. Look at this pack. Guys like Tubbs Schittler, John Sully, Exo Tiger. This whole group right here they've got organization. They've got speed. They're going to pick up the 66. They're going to pick up the 40. They're going to pick up cars, and they're going to have a race. Zentz goes around. A cheeky bastard, but... Oh, caution's out. Yellow's out. This throws a wrench into everything. The caution has come out. This time we do not know what it's for. This could be huge, but oh, Junkman. What happened to Junkman? Oh God. Yeah, that's a caution right there. Wyatt Junkman was just trying to get as much as he can on pit exit. And he's a lane higher. KSS was checking up in front of RBV, and then I don't think that memo got to the 5. RBV slams the wall. Portbot barely made it through. So Junkman and RBV are both involved here. I think everyone else avoids the crash. Well, let's take a look at this from helicopter cam. So here's Junkman and RBV. Now KSS BSS was slow. Oh, it looks like RBV may have checked up in the incidental contact. Port barely makes it through by the skin of his teeth. And I don't think the 5 and the 87 are that happy with each other. We got a bevy of cars coming down pit road. Kyle D got some incidental damage. Nick Breeding picked up something. So lap 46 is going to be the lead lap here. We'll take a look at who's still in the race afterwards. Lap 47. Lap 48. All right, lap 48. Derek Hamill is your leader. 34 cars on the lead lap back to 35 on the lead lap back to KSS BSS. I think some of those guys like KSS, Kyle D, there must have been some sort of incident on the backstretch. Pure hypotheticals here. Wyatt Junkman still running 17th. He didn't get as big of a hit as RBV, who was running 33rd. Still have 41 vehicles on track. And yeah. All right. It's going to be Derek Hamill taking us to the line when the restart comes back out. Pace car driver. Taking a look at the official pace car driven by Darkest Presence. He not driving in main NDS anymore. He'll be the pace car driver. DP pulls off. And the field's in the hands of the 8. And Hamill is going to lead us back to green, green, green. Now this, I don't know what this race is going to turn into now, because that yellow flag definitely helped some of these drivers save a bit of fuel. But now it looks like it's going to be the front runners trying to run away with this thing. It'll be interesting to see what this turns into. Derek Hamill has a great chance for this right now. Angel Madfia in second position. The thing is, like, some of these drivers have good speed in the draft. It's just that they can't get up to speed or lead a line. So plenty of interesting pack dynamics that could play out. I mean, the amount of healthy cars are still fine. I think Junkman in the 5, you see him down there. He's still running fine. RBV is running not fine. You can tell guys like Nick Breeding, KSS, BSS, they're back there. Kind of struggling right now. All right, leaderboard. Beep. In second place, Hyperdrive has gotten himself into third, and Angel Madfia are running second. Now, this is trying to draft with them. They're trying to navigate this minefield of lap cars. Hamill leads the field right now, but with 71 getting through, guys like Karane, Inda, Terry, Valea, those are fancy drivers that could kind of spoil the party here. And this has kind of turned into like a mishmash of lead cars and not lead lap cars. Everybody back to Monaco. Oh, we got a spin. Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, God, that's Cocoa Lattes in it. Oh, Ado slams into the 78 of Mizzou. For 22 is destroyed. Mizzou, big damage. Racing back to the line. It's Derek Hamill and Hyperdrive 282. These two have had a run-in the duel. So if these two be the emerging relative quote-unquote favorites, it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening between these guys. Hamill is going to take the lead here and catch a caution. What ended up happening to bring this one out? Right here, it looks like the 43 of Cocoa Latte just wanted to make a move to the next lane, but Ringo was filling that hole quickly. Mizzou, Seto, I think J Money doesn't have anywhere to go. Guys like Tub Shitler did a great job getting through the wreck. Monaco has to avoid everything. You see Ringo coming back up the track. And right here, Ado just goes hard into Mizzou. 78 getting pounded there. Ringo did rejoin the track safely. Let's go. Let's do a Mizzou on board. I mean, it won't be the start of the crash, but you'll definitely see a lot of crashing. The Mizzou on board. Right here, he gets just a little bit out of it there, and a lot of spinning vehicles. And watch out! Oh, man. Well, at least we got a lot of drivers that are going to be joining Toad Warrior in the DNF club. See a lot of them coming in. Maybe those that are new to damage or those that have pre-existing damage. Every caution is probably going to help them make it without it being a fuel mileage thing. So they're helping them out right now. Oh, we got a smoker on the apron or some sort of problem for Born Ready. He's already running one lap down, and now he's bringing it down pit road. It has not been the race for the one team. They definitely want to write this one off as a loss and get over to the next race. All right. The one car's back out, though. Born Ready did get it back out. 20 more issues here. That is Ado, Mizzou, Cocoa Latte, J Money, RBV, and Mako all out of the race. Lead lap cars back to Seto in the 29th position. Plenty of drivers just looking for a good finish at this point. Derek Hamill trying to get a lay of the land near the front. And as the pace car comes in, it's still very surprising we're seeing a high rate of cautions deep into this race. But this is the race that has been handed to us. Hamill takes the field to green. Cody Goforth, not as good of a restart. That's only important if Hyperdrive can get past the 60. And it does not look like that's going to happen. Exo Tiger not really providing the help that the 33 wants. Or the 33 didn't want to see this level of, helplessness up top, but there it goes. The straightaways could be better as for 99. Exo Tiger getting that run with Karane Inda in the 51. Watch out for fantasy drivers. They're not down and out yet. Angel Madfia had a really solid race. It looked like he was going to have one, but now he's got to fight for it. And how's the 77? Jake still up here. He's still standing. Kind of like a sleeper pick as the 33 clears down low. This could be the battle for the lead. Derek Hamill doesn't quite get down there to block off hyperdrive. Exo Tiger going 3 wide top. This could be what the 33 team wants to see. A lot of just wheeling, dealing right here. The lead pack is still as hungry as ever. Hamill still holding high. Remember, the lead lap cars that kept it cleaner, they're up here. They're making it work. Hamill can get more help out there as Hamill and Hyperdrive are going side by side for this thing. It's all where the 77 goes. Jake's going to go low. He's going to help the 33 out more. They're kind of leaving Hamill out there, but the thing is, Goforth can't really generate the power he needs down there with those lap cars that don't quite have it. The 71 in the middle now. Now then get a middle lane going. This will be great. Pushing right up there. Terry Bollea doesn't go low. Now he does. Now this is creating an interesting dynamic that the low side is actually getting passed from the middle, and that the middle lane has the power to put more drivers in front of the 60. Now this is a very interesting pack dynamic. Speaking of pack dynamics, we see a lot of arguing over here. A lot of these drivers just trying to survive. 77 leads. And right here, I think the 71, there's 3 wide top. That's not where you want to be. Canadian Lux is still maintaining middle there, even with where Goforth is. The 9 gets down. That's Canadian Lux. Moving around. I think once they get more cars in front, this could be what they need to break away. Brogan wants to just full send the aggression all the way. That's what's going on right now. I do think that caution that initially came out to disrupt that long green flag run is what ultimately set this up. Another strategy down low, that one Racer is given a huge run down the bottom side trying to get past these drivers that are in the 60 and 50. Exo Tiger doesn't have any support from behind. This is so frustrating, especially getting down to it. You see Team Duke back there. That 21, once again, to the frustrations of Tiger Man. Born Ready is just kind of there for the ride, but the 84 and 38 not having a good time. They're not happy with what they're doing. Hamill just needs some like rear support guy to get him past the 60. Right here, this is swinging around the corner. Zentz fills low. If there's more drivers down low, could that like hang out the drivers up high? Yeah, once again, it really is just pack dynamics at this point. I do think the low side has more power to get those drivers around when they're. Well, now they got so many guys down there. That one racer can like push the 60 to get Cody Goforth and get the low side to the lead here. I think that's what the 10's trying to accomplish. Goforth goes up, but the puff remains. When they're side by side like that, wondering which one of them. I think the 60 may have been the weakest link here. The puff is getting used like a battering ram to get up through this field. Good God. There is no slowing him down. Once he gets up high, that one racer's finally going to finish the job up there. But back here, we see new faces starting to make their ascent through the field. Can Wyatt Junkman redeem himself after that moment back there? Like, Derek Hamill's back in this group here when they're drafting lead pack. Oh, there's KSS BSS in the 4. He is horribly slow. RS Fast 11 gets held down there, and that's going to use him to pick him off. That one racer getting a huge advantage state right now as they are racing all the way back behind this guy. The 4 is not having it. Now that the low side finally showed up, now it just isn't happening. The number 10 with a big lead. Nick Breeding now very far ahead. Right now it's just Sense and Exo Tiger. These two can draft up and try to catch that number 10. Huge lead. KSS BSS is so slow that it almost caught up this pack types. Like guys like Born Ready making their way up the high side. The 38 Tiger Man is making some passes here. As Nick Breeding and that one racer slowed him down. Now the pack is forming right up. Nick Breeding and Zentz are not having a good time. Cody Goforth is on the higher lane, but he's a lap down. A single fileness back to the 84. Now pack 2 is definitely taking the hit there, especially Wyatt Junkman. He's going all the way back. Back up front. Exo Tiger has got himself out here to a pretty good second place run. The next lap down car isn't for a while, so they might run into those guys again if they keep racing green. Thing is, it's pretty isolated right now, so you could run free. But the problem is that Breeding is absolutely not letting him run free. Hamill's got to get a little bit more speed here with this line. Breeding is just acting like a terrorist. Par for the course. Born Ready, Wyatt Junkman. They'd be lucky to catch back up as Jake has just lost all the momentum there. Look at this. The 71. Angel Matfia is trying to catch into this thing. 27 on the lead lap. The Puff is making up spots just by being ahead of the other lap cars. Billy Mays in a good position right now as he'll look at how many fantasy drivers are even up inside the top 10. Good God. Billy Mays in the 19, just having something to come up with. But I think the energy, the 99, has a good shot to try to take this one here. Another driver who kind of has been laying low, but now sees an opportunity is 38. Tiger Man has just been kind of like stealthily laying low, but now it is going to be time to strike. The first pack right here, that's about 4 seconds separation. They're headed about 190 through the corner. I do think that these guys are kind of equal speed. So a Hamel or a hyperdrive type definitely might not catch up unless they do get a quick yellow this late into the race. That is a very tough ask, though. Right here, you can kind of see the lanes down the back. These front five have a chance to do it. The 11 has been aggressively picking off low side right now. That one racer has been defending all challengers by, and the 99 able to keep that position, drafting the 10. Oh, but the 11 continues to make the move. The 10 of that one racer coming to 11 to go. That's Seto in the 24. Another underwhelming race to be had. Not over yet. The fantasy drivers are teaming up down low. We got about a dozen of them in here. Remember that 50 is still lapped down. They are going. All these positions are fighting for them. Billy Mays down low. Karane on the high side. That one racer clearing out for the lead. And the 24 is going to stay. Oh, cut low. Everybody here kind of gets held up. This is big. Seto not knowing which lane to take. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead. Seto stays low. I think that Karane clears for the lead. That one racer in second. Honestly, Seto may have just needed a home, but they're not getting that up to speed right now. The top 2 drafting, and the 10 has the power to take the lead back. The pack is so frustratingly close to just dumping this 24 off and moving along the way. That's what Angel Matfia is going to do. Get down low, get the power down. Tiger Man wants to try middle, but doesn't quite have the stones yet. Not much of a run to be generated here. And look at this. Group 2 have a little bit more speed. Might not be enough, but all you need is a hope. Taking a look down there. The front pack has actually been faster. But this lap they have not. Not by a long shot. And look who's back. It's KSS BSS. The 4. That one racer gets cold feet. Him and Angel Matfia go high. The high side's picking up momentum. The 9, Canadian Lux, the 84, the 11. Now Tiger Man just needs a bit more speed on exit. Doesn't want to get cut off by the 4. Put him middle. That's where you want to be. Angel Matfia, that one racer. With limited laps to go. The strung outness of this pack, they're catching back up to the 4, but they need a good run on the 4. Hyperdrive needs to play this one well. He goes up top. KSS doesn't slow him down. But Hamill gets a little bit of buyer's remorse there. He has to catch back up, use the drafting guys behind him. Oh! Terry Bollea. We got drivers running out. Terry Bollea is out of fuel, I think. And so the 47. Oh, huge implications. Terry Bollea. He gets it back. I think he might have manually lost power a bit. He's getting it back going, but still, tough break. As that's going to create the fast 5 right here. We'll go back and get a replay on the 47. His day kind of came to a disappointing end, but right now it's just 5 drivers on the fast lane. That one racer's been leading them around. Exo Tiger's got a shot. Angel Matfia's in the house. Look at all these drivers that are in the second group here. Remember, so many drivers kind of got caught out by Terry Bollea running out of fuel or whatever issue he came across. He's getting it back going, but tough scene. That one racer catches back up to Nick Breeding. Oh, Nick's got to go somewhere. Exo Tiger's going to try and get him up to the high side and try to go low on both of them. Oh, but Nick just parks it there. Karane takes the lead off that. But that one racer, he's got good speed. He'll get back up there. And this second pack is coming. The reinforcements are here. They got 4 laps to get it done. Nick Breeding just has to give way. And the 9 doesn't get there. Nick Breeding does not give way. That one racer takes the lead back. The 71. The 71 has to make some speed happen. Any other lap car, Krugermeyer won't be that much of an issue. Look at this. Some drivers getting around. That could be the speed they need to get there. They've been out here for a while. And there's still a chance, but the time could be running out. 3 laps to go. That one racer has been just the king of the crop right now. Angel Matfia has a shot to make it past. The 71 has to get some assistance on the run. Plenty of drivers drafting back there. Beach Brutus going low, and it's just so much single-filedness back there. But the problem is that, do you have the time to make it happen? Angel's got to get a run developed here. There he goes. The 71 goes low. This is going to open the door. Here comes Exo Tiger. 2 laps to go. Coming down the inside. A big push. Kind of getting hauled off by the momentum. Hamill's back in the pack. Not sure how much time is left for these drivers. Tiger Man drops back a bit. Jake in the 21. Jake HMC 21. He is in that 77, and he is coming. A little bit of a defensive masterclass in driving here is going to be needed. From the 99, the 77 comes into frame. Ben McDonald is ahead as the white flag comes out. This pack is going to have to play the lapper. Here comes Jake. Which one? The 77. Canadian Lux is there. Derek Hamill pushes himself to 3rd. down the back for the final time. The 9 goes high. The 77 maintains where his lanes are. Here they come. Where's Ben gonna go? Ben drops low. Here comes Canadian Lux outside. The 9, the 77. Canadian Lux breaks through. Canadian Lux breaks through. The 9 is going to get back to victory lane at the Talladega 500. Canadian Lux has won. And what a win it is. Hell of a finish. We see some drivers fighting out for spots. A lot of lined up drivers for top 20. Terry Bollea just kind of came up short. Plenty of drivers just trying to struggle to get there to finish on the lead lap. But it all comes down to that. In a repeat of Duel 1, the 99 loses out barely. And it's going to be Canadian Lux who's going to be taking a huge win today. Congratulations for the 9 team for winning the 500. The rest of the results are listed here. That's everybody. I want to take a look at what happened with the 47 of Terry Bollea. Bollea was running good here. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, God. Yeah, this was what happened to the 47. I think he was running. Oh, God. He was already slow. This was probably one of the most pivotal moments of the entire race. The 47 just trying to stay out of the way there. You see RS, the anime guy, getting all the way down to the apron to avoid it. Several others taking evasive action. That is weird for the 47. But right there, final results, going to list them again. Canadian Lux, all the way down the board. Till next time, take care.